Hi, everybody. How's it going? Yes, it's just me for now. Hi. I do apologize for all of the mix-ups in scheduling. I feel like the holiday season just snuck up on us. So again, hi guys, my name is Jinx. And Thermo Cosplay will be joining us a little bit later. Well, I think the ship should be here any minute, but I do apologize again. So it's been busy. We're going to try and get a couple of episodes in for the holidays. And today's episode, I wanted to share a couple of small business friends that make some really awesome stuff. And I wanted to kind of go over some stuff that make great gifts for cosplayers. And that we can go over a couple of things that we have on our personal lists that, we know other cosplayers or other crafters would love. And so just hopefully, hey, LARP like Ray, thanks for joining, the one and only man, Ryan. Happy holidays, guys. I have my little holiday Hello Kitty mug here with my coffee. Sundays are hard for me. Sundays are hard. So I'd love to hear any suggestions that you guys have as well about any gifts or something, or maybe you need to find a gift for somebody that you're not sure about, but you can tell us what they like. And we will reference some items on Amazon. And then we'll also reference our friends or other small business websites directly. So I'm going to pull up my Amazon here while we wait for Thermo. Gorgon Cosplay, hello. We understand that not everybody supports Amazon. So, if you find these gifts elsewhere, that's helpful. I use a lot of Amazon. Thermo's loading in. I actually didn't even introduce myself. Hi, oh, you look all warm and cozy. So again, my name is Jinx Cosplay. I've been cosplaying since 2001, and I'm based here in Gilbert, Arizona. As you can see, it is pretty sunny. This is the windows here on me, and then you can see Sam's window to her side. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just a little tired. I'm still recovering from my vacation.
So. Yeah, you were gone a long time. I was like, where is Sam?
Yeah, I know. I haven't taken a vacation like that in a really long time. So.
Nope, that's good. You needed it. It sounded like a lot of fun.
Oh, I forgot something.
Oh no, go do the thing.
I'm gonna stay right here. I can listen to you. Hang on. What is her picture?
I know, it's so funny because sometimes it's you and sometimes it's Chibi. Oh, I got Chibi's card. Look at how nice this card is. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Thank you, Chibi.
Oh my gosh. Mine just told me that it came in the mail, so I need to get it. But see, I forgot to turn my lights on.
Oh, that's cute. What does that say? Good.
It says good vibes.
And then Chibi also included these, and these are really nice stickers. I need to find out where she got them printed, but she included a sticker with her little logo. What a great idea. Yeah, so cute. Oh, it's so cute. So yeah, I was gonna highlight some stuff on my Amazon wish list, not because I want to not my wish list, but my shop, so that I always put stuff in there that I buy. So you're welcome to share your list, Sam. And then I had a couple of small businesses I wanted to highlight as well that have some ready-made stuff. I totally meant to do this show last Sunday, but of course, as you know, everyone was super busy, and I was just decided to take a mental health day on my birthday. So, unfortunately, it's getting a little close. We'll do better next year. But I do have a couple of crafty friends that have some great stuff that's ready to ship. So, Matthew says, hi, friends. Can't believe it's almost the end of the year. I know. This year was so fast. So, Sam, you didn't really introduce yourself. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I am Sam from Thermo Cosplay. I am keeping it really chill with my little Jigglypuff today. Just because
And your milk, moo milk.
I physically hurt everywhere.
And we're both wearing hoodies. Your strawberry moo milk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
This is my avalanche.
Mine has little cow horns. Look.
Oh, you have double ears, Sam.
There we go. Here we go.
Double ears. Hey,
But,
Ro, thanks for
yeah,
joining.
no, I'm Sam from Thermo Cosplay. I've been cosplaying since 2014, and I have been with Cos Talk Live since the beginning, and I'm learning so many things lately about stuff that it's really helpful. So yeah,
that was really vague.
I mean, because I learned about like my competition level. Like, I'm gonna actually create a whole video about competition levels and why I think we need to standardize it across the board, just because it gets really confusing per event. Every event has different levels. Like,
do you want to kind of
Tucson Comic Con's advanced is technically any other convention's journeyman. So like, it's, if you look at the rules and you look at what's required, everything's different, and because of that, it makes it really hard to navigate it. And I had some really good advice recently, and it worked.
Do you want to go ahead and share for a little bit, because we're kind of just kind of a mishmash today? But if you want to, go ahead.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna do my
real quick. We'll just talk about this real fast. So, cosplay competitions and masquerades around the U.S. all are different, right? So at a convention that only sees maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people, they may have a novice and journeyman and advanced or master's category. But honestly, that competition level is not going to match a convention that has 50, 60, or 70,000 people and has further requirements, right? So I earned an advanced award back in 2017 and assumed from then that I had to do master level, even though I only had like one novice at that point in time, or two novice craftsmen at that time. And I actually had entered as journeyman and got bumped to advanced, right? Well, it wasn't even journeyman, it was called intermediate. And so I assumed I had to, compete in advance, and I wasn't winning anything craftsman in advance. I was winning, like, I won a performance with a group, and then we got a judge's award with a group. But I never could win craftsman, and I couldn't figure out why. And I was trying my hardest, and I finally talked to three. I said in my post it was only one, but it's actually three master craftsmen, and they even agreed with me. They're like, no, you need to look at the level of the con, what percentage has to be made. And I started going through all these rules and realized I should still be in journeyman. And I was like, because I don't have a single journeyman award, and I only had 2 novice awards, and typically it requires 3 before you can get bumped. Now I jumped ahead because I figured my skill was more, I should not have stayed a novice, and that was fair. But I jumped too early into masters, and that's why I just couldn't place for craftsman to save my life.
I always thought about that. I always thought about that about you, Sam, because, I mean, I don't even really consider myself masters either, because, I did get, like you said, like events have different levels. I mean, in terms of sewing, yes, but overall, no, I would not consider myself.
Yeah, because there's, like, for instance, I'm going to use Tucson as an example, because they only require, I think, 45 or 50% handmade. Most of the conventions require 80%. So that makes it a different level of competition. And I never placed in a competition where it was 80%. I'd always placed in 50. So I didn't even think about that. Like, I didn't think about the fact that there could be a lot of those people coming in there at the 50% with a lot of, like, bot stuff that they didn't even change. And I'm like, I never considered that.
And I know that you feel the pressure because of your kind of status in the community, and that's understandable. And I kind of always thought, I was like, well, I mean, I never wanted to be like, Sam, you shouldn't be competing in masters, because I mean,
well, it's hard to tell someone that, but like, I take constructive criticism well. And so, like, when someone came up was just politely saying, hey, I know you're struggling with competing, considering quitting it altogether. Don't do that. Here's my advice, and here's why I think it's happening. And I had 3 other people kind of do the same thing. I was like, okay, this is good advice. Then I'm working off of fear and assumptions that are incorrect here.
Right, because I don't really like competing much. I don't care for competing. Obviously, I like to do it with a group. So kind of when I would see you compete and, get disappointed, it was disappointing, because it's like, I know that you have a great skill, and I get what you were thinking. I didn't really think of it as your friend, as, the post that you made. I didn't think of it that way. I don't know enough about, I mean, I do know about competitions, but she went real in depth. And it was enlightening. And it makes sense for you because competitions are they're tricky to navigate. We know that there's still a lot of drama surrounding a lot of competitions.
Well, and I was
And
worried about people saying I was sandbagging, even though I literally have no journeyman awards. So how did I
mhm,
go from novice to master? You
right.
can't. You literally need to build. Even if someone bumps you at one con, and the con
Mhm,
I got bumped at was tiny, so like
mhm, right. And so when I kind of think about so in my cosplay, it's my cosplay tournament experience, I didn't really plan out. I'm not a competitive person. I know people have seen me in competitions, but I don't actually like to compete. And if I do, it's because it's just kind of like a whim. So my first one was Game On. You remember
mhm.
that you had judged, and I got bumped up from, I think you guys bumped me from journeyman to masters. But then again, I understood that on that scale, it's nothing
Game
compared
On's much
to
smaller when it comes
Game
to
On's much
competition level, and
smaller.
Game On's another one where it's only 50% handmade, and yours was
Mhm.
like close to 90.
Right. And so I understand that. So then, when I went to Tucson, well, and then I did Phoenix Fan Fusion Journeyman, because I just felt like I knew that there was a different level of competition. And then I went to Tucson and I was in Masters and I won that as well. But then I was kind of like, okay, I did get a best in show, but it wasn't like a Phoenix Fan Fusion level best in show, which I'm not trying to rag on events. Every event is great for whatever reason they do. Every event's different, whatever.
But we
But
need some
Sam's
kind of
right.
leveling, like, we need, like, first time novice and then
Mhm,
returning novice, and we need some kind of leveling and scoping because all these contests are still running off of rules back when
mhm,
cosplay wasn't mainstream and wasn't accessible. It is very accessible now, which makes it far more competitive, and I feel like that's what I was having trouble navigating because
yes.
I came in right when it was during that transition of becoming mainstream, so I came in at a really awkward time to start
Mhm.
competing.
Well, and there's a regulatory committee, but that's only based on the World Cosplay Summit. So only the events that are qualifiers for the World Cosplay Summit have some sort of standard regulation throughout all the
And they
events.
have to. And
Yeah.
honestly, World Cosplay Summit, in my opinion, you have to be master level or above because, like, master or
Oh yeah.
professional, because it's so insane.
But wouldn't it be great if like we adopted some sort of system that was based off of the WCS and that just trickled down into, lower level or non-qualifying events and they could follow a
Yeah, that would be
similar
nice
system.
because it's just hard to navigate. But I
You're
mean,
right.
we were talking about our favorite things, and one of my favorite things is competing. So I do quite enjoy doing that. The reason I compete isn't for awards or money because let's be honest, like I competed at LA Comic Con and I did not get cash for second place. So I wasn't competing for money. I was competing to challenge myself. And
Mm,
that's typically why I compete. I compete to challenge myself and to interact with people in the green room or the backstage area and learn about new materials. Um, because like I've tested materials for other companies and I've learned about a couple new things and I actually have I plan on reaching out to these companies and saying, hey, do you want a tester to try unusual ways of applying this? Because I've done that with Warble a couple times and it's turned out really well. So um, I don't do it for fame. I do it to learn because I like to challenge myself and I don't like being stagnant.
hmm See, I love performing because I have a
Mhm.
performer's background. So I love getting on stage, like getting on stage as Moana, and productions had helped me choreograph my thing. And it was so much fun. I love being on stage. I just don't care so much for the competing part.
See,
So
I
that,
on stage is where like right before I stepped onto LA Comic Con, I had not been on a stage competing since January of this year, where we got
yeah.
a little judges award. Which I mean, judges award aren't like it's not. I'm not just like saying oh, it's just a little. It's just I mean, it's
Well, and it's
different than other
smaller
awards.
scale. It was a smaller scale event too.
Yeah,
So
and so, I mean, half the people didn't even show up. That's the funny thing at LA Comic Con, like half the competitors didn't show up, and like some
that's
people
hard.
did, and they were like, they didn't. You have to have like this special security tag to get into the backstage, and they were so mad. They're like, well, that's why you had to come to prejudging so you could get the security tag.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm, mhm.
but no, I just I know I lost my train of thought, but it's okay.
It's okay. It is. I think it will be regulated one day, and unfortunately, it's not probably not going to be while we're still active in the community, but I think it will be. A couple of comments here. Robert Webb says, howdy. And then Raul says, I consider myself a newbie to cosplay, honestly. It's really fun when a group is involved as just for fun. Right. I love to do groups. Like if Sam's like, I got a group, I'm like, I'm in,
Groups, that's what I was going to say. Groups, I'm like much more stable in. I like competing by myself, but right before I go up on stage, I'm shaking. I can barely breathe. Like I have terrible stage fright when I'm not with other people. When I'm with other people, no problem. But when I'm by myself, even when I'm doing a panel by myself, there's like this first 30 seconds to a minute where I'm like, get this anxiety under control.
Right. This is Lynx.
Hi, kitty.
Oh, that's your girly parts, Lynx. Don't be lady. So Robert Webb says, every competition I've been involved in has been subjective, and none of the rules have been the same. They've all been left up to the judges, which I don't really like that they've been left up to the judges.
Because some of the judges, this is the thing, some judges are coming from a very advanced background, right? And then other judges, they're newer or they don't have the same level. And then still even more, just celebrity judges. So when they leave it up to the judges, it makes it even more subjective, and then it makes it even more difficult for cosplayers to navigate the competition landscape.
Yes, absolutely. Which, for Tucson, luckily, like I knew all the judges, and we all were pretty much on the same page on terms of, competing and quality. And so that was helpful. But if I was a judge to go in with like 3 other judges, I had no idea who they were, that's going to get complicated because some stronger personalities might want to do one thing or another. Rose says, I started to enter the competition recently. I always wanted to, but had stage fright. I always wanted to go on stage because I thought it was fun. And I think Kamayan was your first one, wasn't it? And that's why Sam and I have started doing these, little events because, for us having experienced a couple different types of competitions, it can be really difficult for the newbie to get and really, really intimidating. So, we love nurturing new cosplayers and encouraging them if they want to compete, how to get started. And now
I feel like we should have like a little cosplay competition and masquerade, like master class. We should just like do that occasionally.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do classes. So, okay, so let's get into what we were talking about, sharing our favorite things, some things that cosplayers love, and then also some talented cosplayers and fellow artists who have some ready-made stuff ready to go. So I'll start with Amazon because I think Sam looks like she's looking for stuff. So I actually have a little storefront where I list stuff. Yes, I am an Amazon associate, so I do have to say that if you do click my links, I will get a portion of the proceeds. But I did create a storefront because a lot of people ask me, where did you get this? How did you make that? Whatever. And I put up a storefront to list a bunch of stuff that I use to make or have made out of ready-made cosplays. So I'm just going to share this screen. Wait, let's remove that out of there and share my tab. Okay. Wait, where's this window? Okay. So here's my screen or my link. And here I put lists like wig styling supplies, craft and cosplay storage, et cetera, et cetera. And then I put actual cosplays here and kind of how I made them or what I used to make them. So I do make most of my costumes, but I've been getting a little more and more into buying cosplays, and it's a lot of fun to buy and wear cosplays. I was just going to say, Sam, I actually have a Kakegurui uniform that is a little bit too big on me. I thought it was like an Asian extra large, but I guess it's a real extra large. And if you want it, I'm happy to give it to you because I ordered another one in my size, and then we could be like, Kakegurui school kids. Okay. So for example, let's do some must-have sewing tools. I love this petite press, and you don't have to get on Amazon. I got mine at Joann. But this petite press is amazing for sewists. I use it all the time to press seams because I actually had what's that called when your wrist is tendonitis. So I actually had tendonitis for a period of time in my right arm, and I couldn't even lift the iron. Irons are pretty freaking heavy. So, if you're if you have someone that sews a lot, I mean, the iron is important. So I actually found this petite press, and it has four different temperature levels, and is perfect for just pressing small areas, pressing seams. It was like 10 times lighter than an iron. I think this is a great gift to get anybody who sews or does crafts, anything that requires any kind of heat. This is really, really good. One of my favorites. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm burpy. So I have on here a couple other, little bits and stuff. This is a chalk cartridge set, and I don't know why it's so expensive, but it is. And I love it because it's so much easier to use than just regular chalk. The chalk doesn't get broken, and this stays sharp. It has different colors if you're working with like a white or a light colored fabric. This is a great stocking stuffer for sewists. And another thing, let's see. Yeah, pretty much it. These are all stuff that I use personally. So, it may not have been purchased from here directly, but this is stuff that I vouch for. So this is a mannequin. Like, this isn't a mannequin, it's a display mannequin. And I use one like this because I just, I know my body size. So it helps me just for basic sewing. So if you have someone that's starting out or you have a lower budget, this is a great option. They can add padding to it to change the size. But if if you can't afford to buy, because the dress forms are pretty expensive. They're like 100 plus, like 100 for like the cheapest one. This is a great way to just get a little bit of help hands-on sewing. It will need a weight at the bottom, so maybe like a sandbag or something. So a couple other things that I have in here. A lot of people ask about like beauty and cosplay, like beauty makeup, and then SFX makeup. Sam and I both use this Craft Pro face paint. It is vegan, and it's actually quite what's the word? Opaque.
It's like really nice. It's creamy without being it transfers, but like not as bad. It's water based, so even if it does transfer, it's a lot easier to wash out. And it doesn't, like, the problem with, for instance, like Mayron or Ben Nye color palettes is they dry really powdery. This still dries with a little bit of moisture in it. So when you're applying a second layer, you don't end up peeling off the first layer. So it blends really, really well.
And this is a great all-in-one kit for anyone that's
the metallic is really metallic too. It's pretty nice.
Or somebody who just needs a versatile palette that's not going to break the bank. Because if I could, like, the dream is like a Mayron palette, but those can be upwards of $100-something.
Yeah, so, and this travels well too. Like, I've traveled with it, and I was able to wear it to places where, like, I would not recommend wearing it in Arizona's summer because you're gonna sweat it off since it's water based. But it's still really nice, and it's
pigmented. I was worried that it wouldn't be as
hyperpigmented. Yeah.
But it's very good. So this is really great for all ages. Wow, that one's beautiful. Look at that. Wow. That is gorgeous. Fun. Ooh, that's cool too. So this is a great option for all ages. Even adults, because look at these gorgeous.
I might actually be one of the reviews in there somewhere.
I think you are. My review didn't go through, but I think you, there's probably a lot. Oh wow, yeah. There's
Sam.
Wait, no,
we're gonna play the game. Can you find Sam? Oh, look, there I am, right there. Go up a little bit green.
And that's the gold she used. So really, and this is white too, right? This is the white.
I painted the white and I painted the black stripe. Yeah, because I only had like an open collar black shirt, so I didn't make it mimic looking like a high neck.
Very, very clever. It's gorgeous. So that's a great option to get for all ages. This is the Mayron palette I was talking about. If you know somebody that, if you have that kind of friendship where you can spend a lot more, that's a great option too. I live by this makeup case. It is amazing. It fits so much stuff, and it is, you can change up the compartments, and it fits all my makeup, even palettes. You can put palettes in the second compartment here. So you can see there's a lot of space. This is really, really good for, any cosplayer, I think. I also put like my hair items in it, bobby pins, and Really, really awesome. I love this one. And then brushes. People always ask about brushes. This is a fun set of brushes that I use. Cute little stocking stuffer. Nothing too fancy. This is different. This is different. Has different brushes than the one I actually have. But I do still use. Actually, I have one right here. See. So brush set is always a great idea for any cosplayer that's into
Along
makeup.
with the brush set, make sure you get like a brush cleaner and cleaning fluid, because you'll want to clean your brushes. I only use my makeup enough to need to clean them once a month. But if you use them weekly, if you wear makeup every day, you should be cleaning them weekly.
Yeah. I don't wear makeup every day, but so this, I made a Spirit Elsa on the fly. And so this is also a great resource for some people who, you know, maybe you want to help somebody start making their own costumes and you want to buy some items. So I have these as well. And then I also have like full costumes that I've purchased. Where is it? Oh, this one. This is from the cosplay company, one of our partners. Really great price for this costume, and it's a great quality too. So that's a fun one if you want to just buy a cosplay for a friend. And then also, I think this one too, the Tifa. Oh, yeah, Tifa was purchased. And so those are some things that you can easily get for the cosplayer in your life. And I'll throw the link here in the chat. Sam, did you have something on queued up that you wanted to share?
Yeah, so like I have a couple different things. I'm just gonna share like my various websites that I go to.
Yeah.
So let's go to. So one of the biggest adhesives that I use, the most common that I've switched to, is Cosbond, and it's based out of, I believe, Washington. So it's in the U.S., which is really nice, and they've got a two-part adhesive, and then they've got a wire organizer, and they have a reinforcer. It's really strong. It dries, like it doesn't dry, like it just sets immediately. Although I would recommend waiting 24 hours before washing. And yes, you can wash and you can dry as long as it's on a delicate cycle, and it does not come apart, at least not in my experience. But they've got all kinds of different things, and you can also, like, if you want to try it out, you can get one of their support kits, like their test kits, to figure how it all works. But overall, it's really cheap. You can buy it off Amazon now, which is pretty nice. And they have a list of what the materials stick to. Although I've found that if you use a little bit of heat, or you use a little bit of like super glue to for the things that are, maybe it might work, it will make it bond. So sometimes you have to combine things a little bit, but I've had extreme success with this. I just recommend do not sew through it, because when you sew through the Cosbond, you gum up your needle and potentially get adhesive into your machine. So sew by hand if you're going to sew it, because I had to clean my whole bobbin case and a whole bunch of other things because some of it had been pushed down into that area. So just word of warning there. But it's super useful. As you can see, it works on like a lot of different things. And it's non-toxic, so anybody can use it, even kids, which is nice for like kids who want to get into costuming, but you're afraid of having them use a heat gun or sewing machine. This is a good, easy way for them to avoid even using an iron for heat and bond. They just use Cosbond.
Yeah, those things are intense. So I actually, Sam handed down her Pure Test cosplay.
Yeah, I had Cosbond on there.
Yeah, and she used Cosbon on it, and luckily I was able to cut it out, like, because I was changing it to
you can't peel it off.
Yeah, and luckily I was able to like figure out like how I could just remove it, because but I was like, this is intense. I could not even peel it or nothing.
I did it as a reinforcement because I realized I'd used the wrong needle to sew that type of fabric, and so it was causing tearing. And that fabric is so finicky. It was so hard to work with.
Yeah, I had to be really like, I had to control it a lot. Robert says it also works on 3D prints. Ooh, that's good to know, because that sounds like something where you can make joints, right? So if you've got some armor, maybe
I mean, my Merida cosplay, so I have a Mando Merida, and the whole shoulder piece, the flaps and everything are all held together with Cosbond. And then I did do a little bit of hot glue on the edges just to make sure that it couldn't lift from the 3D seal that I'd done on the inside. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
So
but yeah, no. So I also recommend like, and I mean, these are kind of like, if you want to start, I'll talk about like a cheaper beginner, like you want to get the cosplayer in your life, something interesting. There's a new company called First Stop Cosplay, run by a bunch of cosplayers who started about 2 years. I think they started right before the pandemic, and
I follow them too.
They're making their own patterns now. They've got their size inclusive, so they've got a lot of different sizes in here.
Oh, look at that noodle kit travel starter. I love their little bundles.
I know the bundles are really cool.
Oh, so smart.
And they're on sale right now, so a lot of this is on sale. And it is really hard to find like these short bloomers. And like I swear, you can find bloomers, but they're really long patterns for them. And I had to make my own bloomer pattern. It was so tricky. And so the fact that they're starting to offer a lot of these things, and they have like little stars to tell you how hard or easy it is to make.
What is the plaid skirt difficulty? Can you click on that and see?
Yeah.
What's the difficulty on that?
2 stars.
So when I made my plaid skirt for Academy Diva, oh my god, it was so confusing.
I think it's because the back of it isn't pleated; it's just the front, which, in all honesty, is smart because a lot of cosplay, like a lot of characters, if you actually look at them in the different animes or costumes, the back of their skirts aren't pleated. Like the animators are like, "No, I'm not even gonna worry about that." Like,
yeah.
But they've got these little bundles, but they also have, the cool thing about this is they don't have a lot for sale right now because they're new, right? But they have really good for beginners. The good thing about this recommending individuals is they've got lists. They've got tutorial lists, material lists.
I think they're based in California, I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're based in California. But it was just a bunch of cosplayers that got together and decided to start their own business, and I guess it's working out pretty good for them. So that's a good start for cosplayers.
We really need to reach out to them.
Children that want to make costumes, right?
Yeah, we really need to reach out to them and see if we can collab.
Because I did reach out to them, and I need to get them on the schedule, but they never gave me, like, I sent them dates and they never replied back on the dates.
Okay, but at least we're in contact with them. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just need to reach out again. Now, for the next ones that we're getting into, so I'll move. I'm gonna go by like, I'm gonna go. Okay, so here's the least expensive is Cosbon, super cheap. Then like First Stop Cosplay. Now we're getting into a little bit more expensive, but also has more materials. So Cosplay Pros. I need to get in contact with them again because I have tutorials I can write for them that I've used their product.
They have the best foam clay I've ever used because I've
their
used a couple
foam is so the foam clay is amazing, and they have 3 different colors. They have black, gray, and white, and their foam clay is magnificent.
It's nice,
you can get it in a smaller tub or a larger
foam.
tub, and honestly, it's so nice. Like, it is amazing.
It's so pliable. It's so pliable and it's easy to shape, and it stays because there's some of the cheaper ones, some of the like no name brand name ones are not as pliable, but they're better for a larger mass. So I made my Bowser spikes out of like the cheapy one, but I made the horns out of the Cosplay Pro ones because they just you put them in that shape.
They also have foam scales, and their scales are probably some of the hardiest scales. Because I've used foam cosplay scales from TNT. I think it's TNT. But these ones are very durable, and they're cut out beautifully, and they have 3 or 4 different shapes.
They're based in Arizona, so
yep, they're in Happy Valley.
Yeah, and before the pandemic, they were super, super involved in the community, and understandably so. You know, they've kind of had to slow down a bit, as most commerce companies have.
Yeah, they struggled with supply chain issues. But yeah, these are they have 3 different shapes, and they have large and small sizes in each bag.
But they're really great. You know, they love to support the community. So, you know, if you want to order, and I think
they sell EVA foam, they sell dowels, they sell foam clay, they sell paints, they sell the painting supplies. They even have thermoplastics in here. They've got Cosplay Flex. It's a smaller sheet, but Cosplay Flex is very similar to the Tandy Lover Terraflex, and it smells good too. It smells like waffles. So,
waffles.
So Cosplay Flex also smells like waffles, like Terraflex does. They have like a list of like sealants and adhesives, masks. They even have Surebonder. Surebonder is probably one of the better hot glues for cosplayers. It's really, really, really tough to get through. It is a high temp, so you got to be careful. but it is.
We need high
super
temp here in
strong.
Arizona.
It's the hot glue you can use for Arizona.
It's Arizona
and they've
approved.
got tools. They have fabrics. It's a limited amount of fabrics. It's mostly just Velcro attachments for fabrics. And they have just nice little miscellaneous things. I have their silicone molds. They are amazing. I've been using them for like everything.
Awesome.
So Cosplay Pros is a really good place to go to. And they are, like you said, located in Happy Valley. Now we're going to get in the next two sites where it's very expensive. So you better either love yourself or this person.
Sorry. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to go next?
No, you can continue.
Okay.
Or should I? Are you not ready?
No, I'm ready.
Okay, go.
Okay. My face is so shiny today. Why is it so shiny?
No judgment, Sam. It's all good. It's shiny because you're shiny. You got a shiny personality.
Because I put moisturizer on in my face. Anyways,
I always try and put powder on my face before I go live. Yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
Okay, so let's share the other screen. So the next one is going to be Warbler. And this is definitely more expensive, but there's so many different kinds of Warbler now that like it's kind of worth it. So let's see here. I'll show you the different types of Warbler. I'll go into products. So
and there are places that sell them locally. I don't know if Michael's still does, but I know that we have a store called Astoria Games that sells them. So wherever you are in the country,
Blick Art Materials sells it.
Yeah, so wherever you are in the country, you might be able to find a retailer that carries it. So, double check because.
But I will tell you that cosplaysupplies.com typically delivers Warbler for free. So, oh look, I got a doorbell. It's probably my Amazon order, but whatever. Anyways, so there's a Warbler's original art, which is this brownish stuff, and it smells like wood pulp because it's made from wood pulp. Then there's Warbler's black art, and then they have like the black art and the pearly art. The black art is, as you would assume, it is a black Warbler, and then the pearly art is a much smoother thermoplastic. So the Warbler is a thermoplastic that when you heat it up, you can mold it over things, you can shape it, and then as it cools, it hardens to like a plastic-like texture. Pearly, like the original art, has a texture to it that kind of feels like really old Play-Doh. Black art is similar as well, but the pearly art is super smooth. But that also means you can't stretch it as far.
The texture of like regular Warbler is probably like particle board.
Yeah,
because it's made of
that. Yeah, if particle board could stretch. Yeah, but the pearly art is completely smooth. You just don't have as much of a stretch with it because if you stretch it too far, it loses its nice smooth texture. Then you've got their specialty ones. So you've got the mesh art, and that is typically used in sewing so that you can sew it into something heated up and then make the fabric kind of into some unique shape. I've seen it used in like millinery a lot, so like for hats. Then you have the transparent art, and that is used. Yeah, that's used for like a lot of fire. Or gems, just some kind
I used it to make when I made a Widowmaker's visor. I used it for the little lights in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not stretchy at all.
It does stretch, but you have to do it at a higher temperature. And you run the risk of it tearing if you stretch too far. So you do have to be very careful with it. But it can be used for visors, gems. Icicles. I've seen it used for fire, so many kinds of different things. And you can dye it with fabric dye, so it's pretty awesome.
You actually, the easiest way is to use, sometimes you can just use, depending on what it is, I used nail polish.
Yeah, translucent nail polish.
But also I also used, it's called iDye Poly. I can't remember what brand that is, but there is a specific kind of dye for synthetic fabrics. So that will dye your transparent art, not the natural dye for cottons. It has to be
then there's
polyester.
Cobra cast art, which is similar to the mesh art. The mesh art is typically used for structural items, like I said. So it needs to have something. It's not meant to be all on its own. Like it's a reinforcing thing. The Cobra cast art has an open weave gauze inside of it. So you can use it inside or outside of armor. And it remains, it hardens, but it remains somewhat flexible. So, hi, Chibi. So it remains somewhat flexible, which means it is really great to use. And then they've got like the deco art and crystal art, which is used mostly for like smaller kind of accessories or teeth or just things that are a little bit different. So that's from Warbler.com, but I highly recommend if you're going to buy any kind of Warbler product to buy it from cosplaysupplies.com because they are pretty much the primary provider of Warbler Company products.
And if you're buying Warbler for someone for the first time, like they've never used it, you should also consider buying them the heat gun too. So those are pretty affordable. You can find them anywhere, find them at any hardware store. They're usually like $20 or less. So if you're gonna spend the money on the Warbler and like surprise your friend with Warbler and they've never used it before,
and you don't need a super expensive heat gun. You can just go to Home Depot and get like the $20 Wagner that has 2 settings.
Yeah. High and low.
But make them a heat gun because they're not allowed to use their stove or their oven, okay?
And hair dryers won't work either. No, but don't use the stove. Oh my God, don't use the stove or the oven.
That was a very archaic, prehistoric way that cosplayers did things. So, like, we don't use our kitchen anymore, guys. Don't do it.
Like heating up PVC on the stove.
And like Warbler's non-toxic, but the stove and oven get too hot from Warbler, and a blow dryer is too cool. So you need that heat gun for that perfect temperature.
Yes. And Chibi, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chibi Raincloud. I'm cosplaying Reki from Skate Infinity. I wasn't here this morning because I was driving. I have a cosplay meeting in Everett today, but I'm here very early, so I thought I'd pop on for a few minutes while I wait.
Yay! We love cosplay meetups. We're going to be having more and more cosplay meetups in 2023.
I'm so excited. I never get to go to these because they're always on Saturdays, which is my work day. And so they were like, oh, hey, we're meeting on Sunday. And I'm like, what? I am going. And so we're going to the ice rink today. And I'm really excited after lunch.
That is so awesome. Okay, so we're going to move on to our favorite things. And I want to focus on some creators and some of our friends who have some ready-made stuff to ship out. And of course, if you want custom-made stuff, you know, for a different occasion, that's obviously great. Amber Skies is one of our favorite friends, cosplay friends. She is so amazing. And she is a cosplayer. She's a local cosplayer and artist, and she vends everywhere. And she makes gorgeous stuff. Sam and I have bought stuff from her all the time. And again, like she came out with these brand new. I just saw her at the Glendale LipCon, and she had these really adorable keychains. So this is all her own art, and she has it in various formats. She has throw pillows, magnets. So from any budget, pouches, wow, $15 for that pouch, so cute. And this is all of her own art. Oh, here's a keychain that's really cute. Adorable. Look at this, and I think it's double-sided, or maybe I'm wrong. But oh yeah, it is double-sided. She just said double-sided. So I love to support, you know, these artists who make gorgeous, gorgeous original art. She does mostly Disney stuff. So this is, oh, look, she's got buy any 3 prints or posters, buy 2, get 1 free. So she's got a couple of sales going on here. Be sure to check her out. We'll put all of these links in the chat. So that, again, this is Amber Skies. And
one of my
what's that?
One of my favorites, sorry, kind of both like indie creator / like cosplay. I really like Dangerous Ladies because you can buy props from them, you can buy prints from them, and like 3D like vectors and stuff. So like it doesn't matter like where your friends are in their journey of like building cosplay. You can either buy them the prop already made and they can finish it, or you can just buy them like the 3D print if they have a 3D printer to like do it themselves. They have a lot of really great just like cosplay stuff too, on top of just fun art stuff on their page. I've bought from them. I love their work. It's really high quality. It was super fun. They were my first 3D prints, so it was nice because they gave a really like clean instructions on how to print it and what makes it better. Like they gave basically like, here, once you print it, do these things to finish it. Here's the type of core you need for it. And it was really, really easy, and all you had to do was basically give them your email and they sent it all to you. So like for your cosplay friends who not only want like cool Genshin stuff, but like just cool props and stuff, I really recommend their website.
Yeah, they do a lot of great stuff. They actually had made, after I had made my own fabric, they had made the Diva Black Cat fabric. That was really cool of them to do that. But yeah, they have a lot of great stuff too. Ooh, look at these accessory kits. So they'll send you the pieces if you wanted, you know, if your budget doesn't quite allow for you to buy a fully made item, they can also send it to you if you don't have a printer. Really, really great stuff. Great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, see, they had the Black Cat stuff. I was like, that is so great because I had to hand color all that stuff. So.
Right? No, they have such it's really great bases for cosplayers that don't know or like are just starting out and like want to improve their skills but can't, like starting from scratch is too intimidating. Going to them and like getting your base, being able to put it together, learn the basics, paint it yourself, like that's a really fun thing. I've enjoyed everything I've bought off of them, and they also have, like Jinx said, fantastic fabric that's all ready to go for you.
I hand stamped mine. It was tiring, but you know, I mean, it was, yeah, it's such a great resource. They are all.
Didn't mean to interrupt you. I just was like, here's this one creator before I go.
You're good because I have them all queued up here. So yeah, Dangerous Ladies is always great to support. And if you don't know what to get, they probably have gift cards. I'm sure they do. And then you can have your, you know, your cosplayer buy whatever it is that they want themselves, maybe just patterns. So moving on, all the creators that I'm highlighting are local here in Phoenix because I have been, you know, going to events and making relationships with vendors and stuff. And so this is a really cute one that is a little bit different. It's called My Kawaii Candle, and they are based here, woman-owned candle company. And they have some really cute stuff. So
I actually have I have one of their candles. It's really nice.
Yeah,
When
I
was at
actually bought
I almost bought candles from them. The only thing that stopped me is I had to take a plane home. I was like, do I really want to take a candle home with me? You know, their smells are incredible too. Like, I'm really sensitive to fragrance, but their smells are like really light, and so they aren't like, they didn't make me have a reaction or anything. It was really nice.
They've got like a car freshener, so it looks like they've got a variety of things. They have so I actually, at one event, I was dressed as Kiki. Do you remember the Ghibli Cafe? And she puts her hands out. She's like, "Look, it's you!" And it was this Kiki wax melt. So I bought it, but I'm like, I don't have a wax melter, so I still have the wax melt. But these are really cute. Look at these macaron melts. So lots of cute stuff, all in, you know, geeky themed. Perfect for someone that you're trying to find a gift for, not sure what to get. Oh, let's see the Moon Guardians. These are really cute. And the candles, wow, look at that. The candles themselves are beautiful. So cute. So this is a great one to go to, candles. I know it's not quite like typical geeky that we usually talk about, but you know, this is made by geeks for geeks, so we love. Oh, they have a gift card option too, so that's a fun one. Now the next one's a little bit biased. This is my sister. Whoops, close chat. This is my sister, Raven's Bizarre Crafts. She loves to do paper crafts, and she does geeky earrings and jewelry. Why don't you have a better website, sister?
She does. Go back on the left.
No, it links to her this Facebook page.
Well,
okay, here we go. Here's some jewelry. So she loves to make these out of metal zipper pulls, so they're super, super durable. So she does have a lot of ready-made stuff that she can ship. There's that too. But she does also make paper earrings. Wow, these are all of her metal earrings. I'm trying to help you out here. Oh, here, like she does some, you know, those are wooden earrings there. So she does a lot of like paper crafts. So this is actually origami paper that she puts onto. Yeah, so there's some ornaments that she made. So this is my sister that does it. So I'd love for you to support what she does. Again, she does have ready-made stuff. And we were at Glendale LibCon, and we will be at Tempe LibCon in January. So we have lots of
It's so cute.
So I'm really pushing for her to open, you know, actual like online store, but you know, she does have some really great stuff there. So if you do want to support
I got this from her in 2020, and I have held on to it. It's my precious baby.
Oh yeah, she did a couple of ornaments, and those are so cute. She also does paper quilling, so she can do custom orders. This is a paper quill that she did for somebody, a baby shower. Okay, so that was for the baby. And then she does these kinds of jewelry as well, with your own colors. And Amazon has just pulled up. That's exciting. Exciting. Okay. Moving on. Oh, her website's not up. Okay, I'll have to just show her Instagram. So this one, oh goodness gracious, Instagram. This one's called D Company AZ. And I've met her. I don't know her name, but I've seen her at all the events. So she makes a lot of really cute stuff. Look at this. Lots of cute stuff. These fascinators, lots of earrings. So fun. I actually got a couple of keychains that I gave to Thermo and Lena, but lots of fun stuff that she makes. These are like hotel keychains. So again, she's local. Beautifully handcrafted fascinators is, I think, what is really neat and unique. Wow, $15? Jeez. That is gorgeous. So lots of fun, especially for people like the Disney park frequenter. Are those cactus?
Disnerds.
The Disnerds. Look at that, Mickey Cat. Oh my God, Mickey Cactus. So a lot of fun stuff on her website. So definitely support small business makers this holiday season if you can. I know sometimes they don't get shipped in time, but sometimes these are worth the wait. So,
my friend group always has a late Christmas because none of us think about ordering Christmas presents until it's too late. So we usually have our Christmas in January.
But I got this gorgeous card from TV. Yeah, I showed this earlier. I didn't know you were going to be on. So this is gorgeous. I love papyrus. This is from Papyrus. I love the thoughtfulness that goes into these cards and these gorgeous stickers. Where did you get these printed?
Sticker app, actually. I am a firm believer. They're super cheap. They ship really quickly. They're super incredible. This is their cheapest deal. I spent, I think it was $25 with shipping. I got 40 stickers, all that. And that's the basic one. You can also get glitter. You can get vinyl, rainbow, clear, see-through paper. They have a million options. And they're a decent price and they're super quick. And the nice thing is it's one of those companies that does fine touches. So you can give them your print. And if it doesn't fit just right, you can be like, hey, I couldn't get I couldn't get it just right. Can we do this? Or is there any way you can change it? Because they look it over before they print it. So it's not this big company that just prints everything you give them. They check it over, they make sure the lines fit, and then they print it off. And I've now done stickers with them twice. Both times I was super impressed because within a week, the stickers had arrived at my house. I am in US, Seattle. I'm not sure about international shipping. I do know that they're a U.S. company, but they're fantastic. They have really great work ethics. And the fun thing is when I bought stickers off of them, at the very end of my buying process, they're like, hey, if we sometimes take indie creators and we share them on our social media, can you give us your media tags if you're willing? And we'll share your work. You might end up being one of the works we share. So they ask for all of your information at the very end if you want to opt into that. So I freaking love them. They're my new go-to. I'm only ever going to get stickers through them. And actually, that's sticker app.
That's even a great
the artist who made my sticker, I am not artistically inclined at all. The artist who made my sticker is actually she's changing up her shop right now, so you won't see her on Instagram. But AC Al Kareem, she's awesome. My best friend. I love her to death. She does a lot of prints for me.
We'll have to share her link when it's ready.
Yeah, I know she's going through some changes. She does some 3D printing and digital art, and she's fantastic. She does really cute, really high and kawaii chibi things, which is why when I went to her, I'm like, please make my mascot.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, my two favorite artists in my area would be, of course, AC, and then my friend Adorable Potato. And I'm pretty sure she has her Instagram up. I know her shop right now is currently closed through January because she's in the middle of a move, and then she's doing her back stock. But she does Pokemon plushies and Pokemon keychains. And a bunch of really pretty pins. I have a ton of metallic pins. I have a ton of like cute fuzzy keychains. She's made a hat for me, a lot of art. If you want something Pokemon, like she's the one to go to. I love Adorable Potato. She does stuff. I mean, we're hoping to see her SoccerCon and Emerald City. She's doing booths in real life now, because when she started, it was during the pandemic, so she was online only, and now she's starting to get into the con circuit with us. But if you want something fun and fuzzy, and if you have friends like me who adore like Pokemon geeks, her gifts and her work is just phenomenal. She does some really fun stuff. That's her, definitely. But she
Look
does
at
a lot of,
this.
right? No, she does some incredible work, and I
Oh my
I have so
god.
many random
Is that
things
a
from her.
toothless Gengar? Gengar? A toothless
Yeah. No, and she makes all
Wow.
these plushies herself. She does
Oh,
embroidery, and she's
yes.
just incredible. I love her work, and she always talks herself down. But like seriously, bags, plushies, like she's the one to go to. She's incredible.
They're
Uh,
gorgeous.
right? No, I love her work. I would have to say, if I had to choose like an artist in my area that's like my number one, it would be Adorable Potato. Every time I see her, I'm like, what else can I buy?
I love how clear and like colorful the pins are. Some
Yeah,
pins
no,
I see sometimes are just way too busy, and I'm like, huh? But these are very nice.
she's
Wow.
it's really fun actually. She's a good friend of mine in real life. We met in college and then like have gone through our con adventure together. And so it's really fun because back in college she was like, "Oh no, I don't like my big dream would to be my own, like own my own company and like do my own stuff." But she was always like, "Oh, but I'm not good enough." And at that point in college, I was asking her for commissions. I was paying her to do art for me, before she was even like a company or anything. And now, a couple of years later, she's actually running her own business, and it's gotten to the point where she had to upgrade her workship so she can keep
That's
going.
cool.
So I'm really proud of her. She's a good human. Go support.
Awesome. Well, we love to see all this stuff. If you guys have like a favorite, small business or artist that you love getting gifts for your friends, send them to us so we can take a look, because we love to definitely share other makers. We're not in here alone, and I make stuff, but I don't advertise my stuff because I just make it for fun. I'm just like, I just do it so I can help my sister out. But yeah, guys, anything oh my god, it's 12:57. That went super fast. Online shopping always, goes really fast. So guys, what are we doing next week? Did we have a guest scheduled? What is next week?
I can reach out. I'm sorry, work's kicked my butt, but I can reach out if you want.
No, it's fine. We'll announce what we got going on next week, guys. On the 18th. Also, make sure to join our Discord. Chibi's got a monthly challenge going on right now called Lights, right?
Yep, we're doing lights, whether that's a light in your prop or part of your costume or clever lighting. The cool thing is, at the end of our challenge, the people that are involved will be posted on our social media, maybe even do some little interviews for some of the favorites. I'm also doing a little revamp. I've added a new room into our Discord that is our weekly check-in. Our weekly check-in is for cosplayers who need the kick in the butt. Maybe they're going through con crunch, or maybe they just want to stay on track. And so every Sunday I'm going to be posting, "Hey guys, give us your check-in. What is your goal this week?" And that room is going to be specifically for boosting and helping people figure out ideas and like, "Hey, are you staying on track?" and give you call outs and stuff like that. So come join us. We're here for cosplayers.
Yeah, come join us. You don't even need to be a cosplayer, but you need to love cosplay. That's all we ask.
Photographers, friends, crafters. It's just a fun space to talk about nerdy stuff too. We have a room for anime and manga, and video games, and movies. So you can always
Chibi's
come.
on it. Chibi is a great moderator. She moderated me when I was like, I want to talk about Miraculous in the wrong channel, and she's like, take that to the general chat, Jinx.
We try very hard to keep things at least semi-organized.
No, but it's great. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. So guys, join the conversation on our Discord. And we are wrapping it up. So guys, you can find me jinxcosplay.com. I'm on the socials at the Jinx Cosplay, and we've thrown in the comments all of the links, all the places that we visited today. So please take a look and support local artists. Next, Sam.
Thermo Cosplay, you can find me at thermocosplay.com, or you can find me also at costalk-live.com. I'm about to be going through and updating the websites again, since we've had some new potential rotating hosts coming in, so I'm collecting more information. And I'll be adding events for next year too, and changing that information as well. So I already have my event list. And
I'm working on mine.
mine's my event list is not as scary as what the costumes I want to make next year list.
I'm taking it easy next year too. I think I'm gonna have to like pull back from some events and for
I
Cost
think I
Talk
only
Live.
have
For Cost Talk Live, we're going to have a select number of events that we're going to too, because it's pretty exhausting. But we do want to announce soon, and I'll help you with that too, is like that we are adding people to our team, which has been really exciting. So right now we're adding people to our team here in the Phoenix area. Of course, you know, in the future, we'd love to expand, but we've been doing a lot more events in person. So we've been recruiting some event staff team and some rotating hosts. So like Sam said, we will be updating the website. So yeah, and Chibi?
Hi, you can find me at Chibi Raincloud everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube.
And if you're special enough, you'll get a little
right, yeah. I like giving out stickers. So I got my Christmas cards out. I'm really happy they're getting out a lot faster than I thought, because I sent them out on Monday and I keep getting messages from people being like, oh my God, they came in. And it's like, oh wow.
You probably sent them just early enough.
I missed a crazy Christmas rush. But yeah, you can find me at all these. You can also find me, of course, on Discord. I'm helping out in Weaver's channel, and I'm helping out in Cost Talk Live and Pentacon.
Yay! Awesome, guys. We'll have a great and safe week. You can find us every Sunday.
Every single person.
What's that?
Thermo has to say their stuff.
No, they did.
I did.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just drinking caffeine and waking up.
That's okay. Next Sunday, guys, keep an eye out on our Facebook to find out who we'll have. And we always love to hear from you, so message us on some
and
platform.
Since the following Sunday is Christmas, I was planning on doing something. It will not likely be around noon. It might be either earlier or later. We're gonna find out, but it's gonna be story time with Grandmaster. Okay. And we're gonna have a fireplace in the background or something. And I'm gonna tell stories, but I'm gonna put my own swing on them.
I actually am gonna be in Mexico on Christmas Day.
Well, it might be me saying really inappropriate stories as Grandmaster.
I'll join you, Sam, for a little while. That's my one day off in that entire week.
I might be able to join you depending on where I am. I won't be with family. I'll just be me and Alan on the beach.
Need someone to moderate Grandmaster. He's inappropriate.
Okay, guys. Okay, we'll talk about this off camera, Sam. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Bye.